Our fathers.
They gave us a disease that's incurable.
Yeah, they actually gave us the opportunity to learn how to fly, and then once we got hooked, it destroyed us from that point on. Skypark traffic, Golden Eagle 423 Tango Mike is crossing the ACT, south end 3 Tango 1.
A is aircraft cockpit. Set our trim.
Okay, are we with you guys? Are y'all on board?
Right hand on the throttle, look at the windsock. It's a little bit, this is pretty much down the runway. Feet on the bottom of the pedals.
Okay. Okay, you have to put the mic up to your mouth.
Yeah, right up like this. Yeah, there you go. That work?
Yeah, you're making out with the mic.
Yeah, you just little tongue action there. It's close.
Gonna take quite a bit of right rudder. Keep pushing that throttle in. Keep going. All the way. All right. Now just kind of lift the nose. And let's go. I wanted to try to develop some aviation type videos, maybe some training videos, maybe some fun videos, whatever. I just wanted an excuse to play with my camera and with the airplane. So I hatched this idea of doing kind of a travel destination type video where we could travel together and show the experiences that we have flying and also go somewhere that was interesting where we could enjoy the location when we got there.
Well, Jim Hodenbach called me on the phone and said they were going to be doing some filming, and some of it's going to involve some formation flying, and we want to get some pictures over Zions, maybe over Lake Mead on the way down to San Diego.
Both Jim Peterson and Jim Hodenbach are incredible pilots, and to do the filming, we were flying in formation, and I'm not trained to fly in formation, so I asked Jim Peterson to fly in formation, and in formation it's very challenging.
It's fairly dangerous, and yet if it's briefed and everybody is on the same sheet of music, it's not as dangerous. And when you have somebody that has some experience in that, it even reduces the risk. And it's not without risk, but it's not without a lot of work and focus and concentration in doing that. So, but it's an ultimate high to see that another airplane out there close by you, 20, 30 feet away or less.
We've got some wind here over these mountains here. You know what, I think what I'm
this
gonna
thing's, I just go right through here, to this low spot.
So what ends up happening is in flying, you just have, you get a little bit of, the wind is just like a river. If you see a river and the river's running over rocks and streams and that, the air does the same thing. But what ends up happening is when it hits a mountain, it kind of creates little rotors or little waves. And so the plane, when we're flying, we're real low, so you have that effect.
In the 421, you generally do not want to move your controls abruptly, and that was concerning to me because my cousin had to do that in order to maintain the speed differences.
It was heavy on the controls, to say the least. But we made it happen. Hopefully it was satisfactory to you guys.
The 421 that I have is just, for me, is the most incredible machine made. It cruises at about 200 knots, which is about 230 miles an hour. It's extremely comfortable. It can carry heavy loads. It's pressurized. Oh, I have a lot of things I love about the plane. I love the airplane when you take off, and you pitch the nose up. The plane actually will climb at 1,000 feet a minute, and right after takeoff, you start pulling the power back, and you pull the props back, and and it goes from, you know, kind of a light roar to really quiet. But I love that.
John is an incredible person, and I think both Jim and I would agree that we've kind of been through thick and thin with John, flying with him, and been through a lot of things with him, and he's just, I consider him just one of my very best friends.
You know, there's all different types of, you know, for flying. I mean, right now we're flying visually, and you know, the Earth is beautiful. I mean, the planet's just drop dead gorgeous. But it gives you a lot of freedom. I think the other thing is just, it's fun. I mean, you know, you learn a different language, you get to talk on the radio. It's just this big kid's toy. I mean, you get to have headsets on and talk through the microphone. And
John is my cousin. His mother and my mother were sisters. And John's dad owned a Bonanza also.
history together. I mean, we grew up together. Both of our dads had small plane.
But all three of us have kind of formed a pretty close friendship, and we've had a lot of fun.
Got the props out. Now, what
Why
Jim's
did
trying
you do
to what
that?
Jim's trying to do is get this so that it stops rotating because it creates vibration.
You know, you made that poor little girl suffer back there.
Sorry, Christine.
I think that you have animosity towards women, making her suffer like that.
We kind of like to tease each other and
Needle.
needle each other, and sometimes for good or for bad, we kind of ganged up on John a little bit, I guess. But
He can't. He
asked for it.
I love lying to John because he believes me. He's like, oh, you're going to be here soon. Hey, one time I went to Mexico in my airplane, and I came back, and he wanted to know how much fuel I burned and how fast it was. And so I lied just enough to make him believe it. Really, it was so funny. This went on for 2 or 3 days because he was so upset that I was just a little bit faster than his airplane.
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
Well, we're at 85, and it's become a little choppy here.
Yeah, Christina's just about to lose her cookies here.
No, she was doing great. It's because Jim was making totally inappropriate comments.
One of my body parts is only this long. Hey, Christina, you know what you tell a woman with 2 black eyes?
What?
Nothing, you've already told her twice.
So please believe in every word I'm saying. I don't even believe it.
It's also, you know, I mean, flying is different for different people, but I do think that there's a common bond with pilots, I think.
You know, we're in love with that experience. You know, and for some reason, when you have the disease, you can't get enough, and it doesn't matter which airplane it's in.